All right, we're here with Max Ehrich, who is currently on Young and the Restless, starring as Ben. You are? Yeah.
Oh yeah, no I am.
You are. And you're also in a band called The Social Network.
Yes.
But theater audiences will recognize you from a number of roles, Newsies, and
which I'm about to see right now.
a number of other things. Why don't you give us a little bit of background on when you decided you wanted to be an actor? I know you started out early on and you went to PPAS here in New York.
At the age of like 4, I was putting on shows all the time. I think at like recess and playtime, I was directing shows, and so I always knew at a young age that acting was for me. I had idols were like Leonardo DiCaprio. My brother introduced me to the Basketball Diaries, and I was too young to be introduced. I was like 8 years old. But just, I mean, the act of entertainment, getting people to feel, getting people to laugh, cry, that was just exciting to me. It was exhilarating, and that's why I do what I do. It's been a journey. I grew up in a small town in New Jersey, and I went to performed a lot there, before I went to the High School of Performing Arts in New York, and then things kind of just, it's been a ride since I was 16. I started working professionally, and it's been really cool to see where I started, where I am now, and where I'm going, and I'm just excited for the ride of it.
And now you were involved in a number of theatrical productions when you were here. I know you've done some workshops. What to you is the main difference between doing theater and a thing like you're on now, like Young and the Restless? The immediate gratification?
It's not that, well, yes, yeah, the immediate, audience-wise, immediate gratification, but it's really not that different, because a soap opera, you are filming an episode in one day, doing a scene in 1 or 2 takes. There's times when I'm working with actors I'm really comfortable with, we ask to not do rehearsals, so we will lock it and just do it, and that be it. And that's theater. You do it once and that's it. And but gratification-wise, yeah, you don't get an applause. You don't get a good job. You kind of just on to the next. You move forward. But you have to be confident in your work and in yourself to be okay with that. I think it takes a certain kind of actor to be able to work under a soap opera schedule. On a lot of other shows, you get to do a scene in about 40 takes, or 20 takes, 30, 40, sometimes 100, who knows. But soap operas, you have to be on all the time.
And you're also an accomplished dancer. I know you were in High School Musical 3.
Yes. So I think that also disciplined my mind. I think dancers have a way of, you have to be very just efficient and just, disciplined. I think discipline is important.
So for you, you're kind of the triple threat, and you're also doing all that stuff now. You have the band.
Yes.
You're on Young and the Restless, but you also have done musicals since going out to California. You were just in a show, Scorsese, yeah.
So it was Martin Scorsese's films combined into a production where I played Leonardo DiCaprio in The Aviator, Shutter Island, The Departed, Gangs in New York, and that was really cool. But my schedule was crazy. This was my schedule. I would film an episode, and then I would go to a show. No, I'd film an episode, then I would go to the recording studio, then I would go do a show at night. That was a lot. The show's over, it was amazing, but I'm very happy that one thing is off my plate. Because it was a lot at once, but I love doing what I do so much that I was able to handle it. I might have lost 20 pounds in the making, but people were like, you look emaciated. And I was like, well, I'm just working a lot.
Now, were you... was that filling your kind of passion for the theater by doing that as well as doing in the rest?
There was like a part of me that wanted to just be on stage and do that. I was also scared of it. I saw one of those shows they did Tarantino, and it was amazing, and I was frightened of it, and that's why I wanted to do it. Doing things I'm scared of is like the Newsies. I was terrified. Every day the first week I was just like, I thought I was going to get fired, and I just would, because you're around people who've done numerous Broadway shows. I'm this kid from LA who everyone has the stereotype on. I mean, when you come and you're coming from TV film world and theater world, they think you, not necessarily this cast, they were very receptive, and we bonded very quickly. But I think in New York, a lot of people are very skeptical about this whole TV film world. But I grew up here, I was doing this forever, so it's not a foreign world.
Now, after moving out to California and having such a successful year, do you feel not weird being back here, but what's it like being back here for a week?
It's weird. To be honest, I'm seeing Newsies tonight, and just even going up to the stage and seeing the Newsy sign, going back, hearing the piano player practice, it's going to be really, this is going to be a weird experience for me. In a good way. I think it's going to be emotional. I think it's going to be everything. Seeing, it's been interesting, but I love what I'm doing. I love where I'm at. I'm so happy that the show has done so well. So it's cool to go back. But it was a great experience for me.
Right.
But are you asking if it's going to be weird?
No, not even in terms of Newsies, just in terms of the different energy in LA and New York. I know you really.
It's so fast paced here.
Yeah.
And I'm drinking green tea. I mean, when I say, I know green tea is not that whatever, but I don't drink caffeine.
Right.
But here, everyone is so hype. Like everyone is so fast paced. Everything is so fast, and in LA, everything is very mellow and relaxed. And I mean, on set, it's really not like that. It's actually very fast paced on set, but in general, it's very relaxed out there.
Now,
Over here, it's just
from previous conversations that I've had with you, because we've known each other for a while, I know that you yourself personally are like that, but you also enjoy the energy of New York. Do you feel yourself fitting in more in LA than you did in New York?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In here, everyone called me a hippie. Everyone was just like, you are LA, and I'm like, it's not LA. Because there are a lot of people know LA is such a, you can't put it in a box. LA, it's like it's just a culture. There's so much. There's culture there. There's culture here. It's just different. It's being in a city as opposed to being in a beautiful paradise. How are you going to be? You put subject A and subject B, the same subject in a different environment.
Right.
They're going to be different. So it's not. Yeah, I think your environment influences you a lot.
Now, another facet that I know we talked about at length in other interviews that we've done is the fact that you had dealt with bullying from the reverse end of what you're playing now. What is that like playing someone who's actually the bully now, and how hard is it for you to not want to step into the other side of it? Yeah.
I think I've actually understand. I hate to use that word, but where Fenmore is coming from, it's all about Summer. The reason why he feels like Jamie is taking over his life. So it's out of a place of his own sadness. So what I'm seeing is now bullies. I see bullies in a different light. I see them as very sad individuals who need to take out their own sadness, anger, and pain on another human being because they don't know what else to do with that energy. So, yeah, it is hard because the kid who plays Jamie, and Jamie in general, is just a very sad kid who does not have a good upbringing. He's an orphan, basically, and feel really bad, and you look at his eyes, but when I see him though, I'm in character from the moment I enter set. So like in my mind, I have justified that Jamie is trying to steal my life. Jamie is all of these horrible things. He's doing this to me. In my world, I'm the victim. I think I'm the victim, but when you see it from a broader point of view, he's actually the victim.
Right.
So to be on the other side of the bullying is just interesting. It's the only word, it just is.
Now, what advice would you give to somebody who's starting out in the industry? You've gone through so many different genres that...
It's everything.
Yeah.
It's weird to be this age and to have done... It's not even novel, it's just different things. My advice is to get the training. Yeah. Get the training. You have to. When you're working these long hours, it's not all glitz and glamour. It's really not. When it comes down to it, it's really hard work. So if you're not willing to put in the work, don't do it.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy. It's really not. It's fun. It's not easy.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you for taking the time to do this.
No, of course. Thank you.